searching for signs, lost in the sand, whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems.
Happy Monday for those of us watching this live. And it's morning for me right now. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be, whenever you happen to be. And welcome to a chance to just take a breath. So, what are we doing? What the heck are we even doing here? Well, it's a different way to just kind of like stop, take a breath, and just ask the universe, what the heck am I doing here anyway? It's a chance to do a little tarot meditation, a daily reflection to see if there's any angers or resentments or tips or tricks from the universe. And maybe if we look at it in the cards right now, maybe if something pops up later on, maybe we'll have already examined it. And it's kind of what meditation is. It's a way of checking in and seeing what we're doing. So here's where we can take a breath, remind ourselves, am I comfortable? My feet flat on the ground? Is my butt in the seat comfortable? How about a check-in with the shoulders or the neck? My gosh. How many times do I do that throughout the day? None, because I don't think about it. Which is true. Which is why we have to do it now. Jenna, friendo friend. It has been a long time. Jenna, you would be so proud of me. I have actually started my book on the tarot, and it's a very unique take, I think. I've read probably 100 tarot books, literally, but I haven't seen any quite like this, because it's the way I like to teach tarot, and it's about telling stories. So you've inspired me, Jenna. So let's see what the universe has for us today. So what are we going to do here? We are going to Jenna, yours is free. Anytime you want one, you got it. So what are we going to do here? I'm going to make 3 stacks. Each one of these a different thread going out to the universe. Each one is a different thought or different idea. And if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path, because each one of these is a separate conversation. And this conversation is different from this one or this one. And whichever conversation we choose, we're leaving 2 different conversations behind. That's 2 different directions we could have gone. So that's why we want to use our intuition, and we want to just take a moment sometimes throughout the day and think, what path do we want to go down? And so today I'm going to choose the top one. And I like to think of that as the things right in front of us. Things that are in front of us but we might not see. And I'm going to do our 3-in-1. And just like the pages of a book, I'm going to flip them over one at a time. So let's see what the first card is. Judgment reversed. So what is judgment? So judgment is about reaping what we sow. When we do good, we generally have a good crop. When we do what we're supposed to. But if we don't do what we're supposed to, and we plant seeds and we don't water them, or we take the easy way out, then, what kind of crops are we expected to get? So judgment is karma. Judgment is generally when we do good, we get good, we receive. But, the thing about judgment is that we don't do stuff just to try and gain a karmic benefit. I think part of our goal as creatures, as humans, as souls, is to just do something because we know it's right. I had a friend of mine once, and you know, there's this thing about doing the good deed, paying it forward, and stuff like that. And I had the clerk had given me too much money at the store as change, and I promptly looked at that, and it's like, hey, I think you gave me $5 too much. And I told my friend this, and I was like all proud of myself. I was young. And this is actually true, because he said to me, it's like, congratulations. You just did what a good you just did what anybody else should have done. It's like, and yet in life we want the kudos for just doing the next right thing. And he made a suggestion, and this is true, and it's amazing if you do this. He said, now, because I made a big deal of it. Yay, me. He said, go out and try doing something for somebody. Something that's not insubstantial. But don't tell anybody. Do that good deed, but do not tell anybody. And he explained to me that is what, it's difficult. It is difficult to go out there and secretly do something good for people sometimes, intentionally saying, today I'm going to do something good and not tell anybody. But that's kind of that karma thing. That's, if we learn how to do that in steps, this is judgment. But this is reversed, and this is when, you know what? We're not quite there yet. Maybe there's something that we know we did, or something that, we need to go back and make amends for. To the Four of Swords. So I know that most people pick, this might be a spread for me, to tell you the truth. Most people pick major cards as their significators in tarot. That's a card that's going to represent them. For me, because of the way my head bounces around, the Four of Swords is a card of comfort for me, because swords are thoughts. Swords are ideas. And when you get Four of Swords, it's like four legs on a table. It's that chance, it's that stable where we can find that moment of peace, where we can take a breath, where we can reflect, where we can slow our thoughts down. So sometimes the way I kind of put it with judgment is that, and several other cards, but when we're not taking that rest, when we're bouncing all over the place, sometimes we do things we normally wouldn't. Sometimes, it's just too much for us. And instead of doing the next right thing or whatever, it's like my bills have piled up and I just pocket that extra money, not thinking about the other person. But because I'm so stressed out, I feel like I deserve whatever. It's like hitting the lottery. But with the Four of Swords, it's finally getting a chance to just reflect on where we're coming from, what we may be doing, what we may need to do. Wow, because that leads us to justice. So, judgment is the 20th card. Judgment is that karma thing. Once we take that break, we had a chance to do something, but didn't. But when we take a break and we realize we're actually a good person, then we need to be willing to accept justice. We need to be willing to look at ourselves. What is justice? Justice is about being clear-sighted. Justice is about seeing things the way they are. In this card, justice is not blind. Okay, justice sees everything. Justice knows. But, you know, it's our chance to make amends, and I talk about that sometimes in my videos, about making amends, going back, doing the next right thing. So this is a card that says we may screw up. We're that human, but are we just going to brush it off and ignore it? Are we going to examine and get that mental stability and accept who we are? And then are we willing to, I don't want to say judge because that's harsh. And a lot of times this is, the universe would be like, you know, that's karma. So let's see what the advice card is. It is the Ace of Wands reversed. So the Ace of Wands, wands are about fire and energy. Aces are about starting over fresh and new. So what this advice card is saying to us is that it recognizes that we are human, and we are, you know, we do things sometimes that we normally wouldn't, and that we know when we are in the wrong. We know when we need to make amends. You know, saying you're sorry and $2 will not buy a person a cup of coffee. But when we make amends, we're actually doing an effort to fix something, to make it better, not just apologizing to it. And sometimes that may mean we need to start over again, either with our friendships or with whatever job we may have, you know, done whatever, or whatever we've done. But this is a step towards making the amends. And it's saying how difficult it is, especially if we feel you know, if we feel like we were justified, if, you know, they deserved it, or, you know, it's their fault. It's, you know, it's our side of the street that we take care of. So this is just saying that we need to be willing to turn the Ace of Wands around, start over, but come at it with fire and energy and say, you know what? If I effed up, I'm going to own my part of it. This has nothing to do with they made me angry. They did this to me, so they deserve that. This is about my side of the street so that I can get that peace of mind and they're not renting that space. So I'm just kind of emphasizing this today because of the 4 cards, we have 2 majors. And we have a scale here. And in the middle is the realization and the acceptance when we finally slow down, so that we can balance our scales. So, with that, what do we have here, Jenna? I would rather 4 of Swords than any more than that. Sorry without changed behavior. It is even a sorry. Is it even a sorry? Yeah, like I say, it's the 4 of Swords. I don't know. The tattoo, if I get a tattoo, it's going to be of the 4 of Swords somehow. So, with that, I hope everybody has an amazing day. Jenna, take care of yourself. And, yep, whenever you're ready, you know where I'll be on Thursdays. Or if you come down here, you're more than welcome. So with that, take care, everybody. And I will talk to you later. Thanks again.